What is up, my beautiful people? Exile451 here again today with another daily dose of Reddit happy. Hopefully you had a great weekend and are having an at least okay Monday? Whether or not you are though, let's see if we can make it better. Going back to r/AskReddit today for some stories I think you'll like. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Now sit back, relax, and let's hear about some people's favorite childhood memories. I grew up in a rural area, and as a little kid, I always used to play in the wheat fields with my sister and the neighborhood kids. We practically made our own mazes and spent all day running around chasing each other. Unfortunately, when I was around 6, I got pollen allergies. I knew because after another day in the field, I came home with my face swollen and my eyes tearing up. After that, I had to stay inside most of the time, while the others kept playing in the fields. At least I still had the wintertime left, where we could build up snow forts and play in the snow. Well, except it kept snowing less and less over the years. I'm pretty sure that's due to global warming. One of my most cherished childhood memories is when my parents bought me Doggy. Doggy is a stuffed animal I was first given when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I loved Doggy so much that I would take her everywhere I went. When I would put her in the car, I would even buckle her up with the seatbelt. Once, one of my aunts teased me about Doggy and said she could see her underwear. I used to dress Doggy up in dresses, especially if we were going somewhere special. When my aunt made fun of her, I cried so hard because I thought she was bullying her. Now when I think about it, I'm not sure why I took it so personally. My dad came into my grade school classroom in his full business suit and went right up to my teacher. I overheard something about a family health emergency. The teacher said she understood and he escorted me to the car. Almost to the car, I asked him what was wrong. He said, "Nothing's wrong. You and I are going right now to see Return of the Jedi." Best memory ever. I must have been about 7. I was walking to the bus stop waiting for my school bus, and it was such a gorgeous morning that even my young mind was agog at how perfect everything was. It was the perfect temperature, there was a gentle breeze blowing the scent of the blooming lilacs towards me. The sun was filtering through the trees, it was just so peaceful. I remember wishing I could live in that moment forever. The day the streetlights were on for the first time in my young life, after the Second World War ended, to walk at night and see. My dad was always working, and when he wasn't at work, he was doing paperwork. But for 2 weeks in the summer, he would take us all on a road trip to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. For 1 week, we'd stay in a cabin on the lake and play on the beach and go canoeing. For the next week, we'd travel and see copper mines and waterfalls and eat at restaurants and stay in hotels. We never went out to eat at home. So it was really special. But most of all, we were with my dad, and there was no paperwork and he was ours. That's what I loved the most. Watching old war movies with my grandpa while eating his famous, and I know I'm going to butcher this, mostaccioli. My dad was never there. So my grandpa kind of became my surrogate father. He taught me how to play chess, how important history is, pushed me to follow my dream of becoming a writer, and all the things that I am. I learned from him. He has been gone for 14 years now, but his presence is still felt in my life every day. Love you, Grandpa. You will always be my hero. Hope I'm making you proud. When I was around 11 or 12, me, my dad, and my grandpa went camping on an island. And when we weren't fishing, there was this rock by the shore that was big enough for me to lay back on. The waves would gently crash over the rock just enough to cool me down, but not enough to annoy me. There was only the sound of nature. The scenery was beautiful. It was the most peaceful moment of my life. The best way to describe how it felt was like everything was right in the world. Everything made sense, and there was no violence or injustice in the world, just peace. Thank you all so much for watching today. I truly appreciate it, and I am grateful beyond words for all the support you've given the channel. Even though it's still small, I'm seeing new milestones hit every week, and that's all because of you. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, feel free to comment or share as well. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.